Well, welcome to my grocery shopping again. I keep creating all kinds of interesting titles and everything, and then when I see it's been posted by Beth, she's listed it as cost of living. So very inventive. But I have a guest. I have a guest who is with me today. Why don't you come and sit here, honey? Here. You can sit there. You can find the stuff for me. So it's on musical chairs. I'm sure that you know who this is. This is Talik. My only fear in having her sit with me on the video is that she will take over it completely and never stop talking. Isn't that right, dear? We had a little adventure. In the middle of the night, I was unable. Come on, so we can see you. We had a little adventure. I couldn't sleep, and so about midnight or before that, I got up and sat over there, look, on the sofa. And the guys, that is lovely, and Talik like to sleep over there. Are you seeing it, where the couch is? And what they do is they push the couch to the side and the coffee table, and they put their bedding on the floor on the cool tile, and instead of being in the hot small room, they sleep out there, which is not a problem, but something to consider when I get up. So I get up and in my night attire, and I sit there, make myself a cup of tea, and I go online, and the usual, I browse myself to death, and then finally I'll go to bed again. But last night it was a great adventure, because while I was sitting there drinking my tea and honey, this apparition walked by me. Yes, that one there. Honey, stop talking. You're just overwhelming me vocally. So she passed, and it was funny. I could see that there was something not quite right. She doesn't believe this story that I'm telling her. But I could see that she was in a slight daze. I just took it that she was going to the bathroom, which is there. So she passed across the front, if you can see where there. Look, that's where they were. And suddenly she walked across there. Not so much walked, she sort of glided like a ghost. And she nearly bumped into the wall. You did, really. She nearly bumped into the wall, and then she did a left turn, which takes her down that corridor, right, that hallway, and into the small room at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I followed her into the room, and there she is, standing, looking at the window. Yes. So exciting having a conversation with her. And she's just standing there, and I looked in her face. Her eyes are wide open, but it's kind of, like this. And I said, Talik, what are you doing? And she didn't say anything. Then I realized that actually she was sleepwalking. She doesn't believe me, do you? Gosh, is she a talker? And I said, you're not supposed to wake. I heard that you're not supposed to waken people who are sleeping. So I touched her just on the shoulder like that. And I said, Talik, go back to bed now. And she gathered up some things that were on the desk, and she walked back to the bed area and lay down and went back to sleep. Well, she didn't go back to sleep, she just continued sleeping, but on the horizontal. Honey, what was your experience during that time? Get ready for this. A little louder, darling.
What?
A little louder. As you talk. A little louder. Be patient.
What are you asking?
Do you remember it happening? Do you remember me touching on the shoulder like that and saying, Alec, go back to bed? You don't remember? So, anyway, she went back to bed, and no sooner was she back in bed than Lovely, who's in the bed with her, is talking in her sleep. I thought, I wondered what could happen next. But anyway, enough of that vocal violence from Talent. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us about that, okay? It was, as always, it was wonderful. Taliklik, when I first came here, used to go everywhere. We used to go everywhere together on the motorcycle. Isn't that true? Just go on the motorcycle. We went to Taliban when she was just a very, very skinny little thing. And how many years did we do that? I can tell you, it was about 5. And during that time, how many times did you actually speak? I know, it's hard to believe that over 5 years she never spoke a single word, because she's such a chatterbox right now. Thank you, honey. Your presence just bathed the whole video in golden light. Water off a duck's back, I'm afraid. My Manchester facetious, dry wit, sarcasm, or whatever you're going to call it, is completely wasted. I don't know why I bother. Anyway, we actually got some more groceries, not very much, about 1,100 pesos, I think it was. No, it wasn't. It was 1,276. Now, the reason for this is that we are definitely spending more on meat. Of course, we've got the 2 girls staying with us at the moment, and so that does make a difference in the food that we consume, especially with Lovely, because I always say, it's my old man's joke, you understand, that if eating is ever on the Olympics, she will bring home the gold for the Philippines. She can inhale a portion of rice that would be ballast for a sailing boat, I can tell you. But anyway, what did we get? We got pork menudo, a small pack. This, let me see, is that the small pack? Yes, we got pork menudo, which is there, look, and you can see that it's all the small pieces, like little cubes of lean pork, which I particularly enjoy, even though compared to Filipinos, I am a fatophobe when it comes to meat. I don't like chomping down on great gobs of fat, but anyway, that's only me. The other that I'm actually going to try to bring in as a change was 244. Now 244, I've never bought meat over 200, so that was a big one for me. But it is a bigger pack. In fact, it may have the weight on it there. What's the weight? Net weight? No. No, I can't say 0.88888 kilos. So I think actually it's about 300 or 400 pesos per kilo. So yes, it was. And it's beef. Normally we have pork, and the beef probably will take a little longer to cook, I'm sure. Now this is something that if you're coming to the Philippines, you're going to be here. This is the honey that I usually get. It says that it's organic honey, and if you believe in that, I hope you find the gold at the end of the rainbow. Anyway, this is 300 and, is it 3? I can't, but this is what the American alcoholics used to call a fifth, I think. So they haven't had it for a while, and I've had to buy a more expensive honey, and this one really is quite reasonable, and I actually like this honey. And let me see, they've rubbed the price up, but this is $1.53, so it's $3 for that. Now you will learn as you spend time here in the Philippines on an island that whatever they have, make the best of it and buy more than you need on the assumption that they won't have it again. So what did I do? So what the heck? And I bought 3 bottles. Here's the other one. I'm sure that when I got to the cash desk, this was the height of extravagance. Another bloody foreigner. Of course they wouldn't say that, would they? Another bloody foreigner buying more than he needs for today. Well, that's where I am. Now, I did buy another treat, streaky bacon. There it is, already smoked and ready to cook. Streaky bacon, and it's usually enough for a little each when it was just Beth and Lovely and me. And now that we've got that tall lady that you just saw, it's going to be less. So I bought 3, expecting to cook both of them, say for a lunch or a breakfast. So we got plenty of eggs in our last shopping list, and I've pretty well showed you. No. What I didn't show you is the lemons. So I got the lemons because usually if Beth is feeling a little bit off, she will ask me to make her a apple cider vinegar drink. And an apple cider vinegar drink is the juice from half of one of these lemons, about this much hot water in the bottom of the mug. Well, that's the whole drink there. So maybe this much is for hot water. So I put the hot water in. I put a very generous spoonful of honey and the juice from half of these lemons, and then I put a big spoonful of apple cider vinegar and stir until it's all done, and then I give it to Beth. If it is too hot to drink straight away, I add a little tiny bit of water, cold water. And what does that do for you, Beth? The apple cider vinegar. No, you can't nod, otherwise I will have to say You did nod your head, didn't you? It's an interview now. A very, very quick one.
No, it helps my
Well, come here so you can be seen. Yeah. Just for a moment or two.
No, if I got a heartburn, that's what I did. You know, and it helps me to relax.
Honey, don't put your hand like this. You're always telling me that makes me look as if I'm homeless.
Yeah. Or I just wanted you to cook it, so you do it. You know?
Oh, you just want to give me something to do?
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Do you think there's something of a queen syndrome here? And I'm just one of the subjects?
No, because sometimes I got pain on the heart. Sometimes I wake up. So that's why I let you have it. So it will, because sometimes my, what do you call that? My heartburn.
Your heart is beating a little more?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's just not because I'm here next to you?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
There's no boosting up here, is there? Well, thank you for that riveting assessment of what the apple cider vinegar does for you.
And it's also good for
I can't
sleeping.
imagine what kind of a conversation you and Taleklik would have. The silence would be deafening, wouldn't it? So, there is our little shopping trip. For all of that, I paid $1,276. Now, usually I like to, as I've said, I really like to title these so that it gives a clue as to some of the other forbidden subjects which we might like to talk on. And right now there are many. Mr. Schmuckerberg. We have another guest. Come here, follow me. No, come round here. Come round here. Sit. No, sit down. God, you have to.
Hello.
I'm offering these people stardom and they're not interested. This is Paloma.
Yes.
Paloma, I always wanted to ask you, is it really Paloma with the P?
No.
No,
It is F.
F. So
And
I knew it was either one of either it was Paloma and everybody called you Paloma
yeah, it's because we're Filipino.
because you're Filipino.
You always say in a hard words.
This is scaring me. I don't know about you. So tell us
we
what.
don't know we don't know how to speak soft. That's why we are used to say, like, for example, my name, it's Paloma. They call me Paloma because
Paloma. I thought that.
it is
but
what
then
we are.
I thought it was difficult to say F. Like it's difficult whenever you hear them talking about the country, they always call it the Philippines
Yeah.
because you can't say F, which is not a bad thing, you know. A lot of
Well,
people say a
F
lot
is
of
not
Fs these days.
F is not applicable here.
Now, where is your life at the moment?
What?
Take 2 minutes to tell us everything in your life. Where are you up to at the moment?
At the moment, I'm staying. I don't have job. I'm staying in my home because last year I applied in a bureau, one of government body here in Philippines, but I failed because
What
I have
body of-
for the reason of medical problem.
Right,
Yeah.
which we don't need to go into. But well, would you like to go into it now?
What?
Okay. I would have thought that you would like to keep that private.
What? I can't understand your.
Everything is in the translation, you know. You mentioned, what's that?
Is it mall?
You mentioned that you had a medical issue, and I said, well, we don't need to go into that. And then you seemed shocked.
We don't need what? Oh my gosh,
In the
sir,
translation,
I can't
we
understand
we
your...
don't need to talk about that,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
As in delving into the subject.
Alright. Now I won't go deeper to that topic. That's
No.
No, it's confidential. You know that, sir.
Yeah. Not. It wasn't actually a huge thing, but anyway. Then what? What's the next?
My
You
plan.
when did you graduate?
Oh, it's
Last
been
year?
it was in 2023. It's a bit long.
Ah, okay.
It's a bit long.
But then employment is not so easy in the Philippines.
Yeah. Finding work job here is not easy. There's a lot of standby with there are lots of professional tambay. Tambay, standby, or staying unemployed.
I think in America they call that Section 8, but anyway, I'm
Okay.
not sure. But you don't get any help from the government, do you?
No.
They don't give you
No.
they don't give you an unemployment
No. They don't
to
give,
help
but
you.
we work for it, and we work for we will work hard to have a job from the government. Yeah. So they don't help.
Ah,
They just
okay.
provide. They just
Do they provide a
Hiring.
little for you to live on?
no.
No.
You just work
I think-
hard for it.
I think the answer is no. She has to work hard for the government and she doesn't get any money.
No. Oh my god.
Anyway, what's your next step on the great adventure of
My next
Paloma's
step
life?
is maybe hunting a napalm.
What?
Huh? I kidding aside, maybe I'll find another opportunity.
Another opportunity.
Yeah.
Sorry to be delving into such details here, but what kind of opportunity?
What kind of opportunity? I guess something that is in line with my skills and passion.
But what was your original? What did you have a bachelor's?
My bachelor is I am a registered criminologist.
Criminology.
Yeah.
So originally, do you still look? Criminology is when they're actually hoping to be part of the PMP, the police force. Isn't that true?
It's true. Right. Yes.
And you passed your board exam.
Interview,
haven't
right?
you?
No, sir.
Suddenly, Beth is off camera and now she's got all kinds of stuff to
I
say.
think, sir, I have to go and cook the naked chicken right now because the raw banana is now peeled off. So I think I have to say goodbye for now.
Oh,
to
so
your
in answer to the
podcast.
question,
What is that?
in answer to the question, what will you be doing? She's saying, I've got to go now.
Naruto ako English mo
This is very Filipino. The attention span is about, yes. Thank you, Paloma. It's always a pleasure to
No,
talk to you.
it's my pleasure to
No, it's
be
my
your
pleasure.
guest
No, it's my pleasure.
tonight, sir.
Oh, you're staying tonight?
It's my. I think no.
Well, you just said, You're
I'll
gonna be
go
stay-
home because I didn't tell my parents that I will stay here. I'll tell them that I will come early before 12 p.m.
if you're wondering why everybody's laughing, so am I.
Salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Babush.
I always say about the Philippines that there are more smiles per mile. I know it's a bit hammy, isn't it? But it's very true. that people smile so easily when I go out. Someone commented on my last grocery shopping and said, "No fun shopping." And I thought, you know what? It is fun because everybody is so nice. Now, I know that this probably sounds like a load of BS, but it's true. And when I go, sometimes when I get home, I actually pause for a moment at the door as I'm coming in, and I'm thinking, why is everybody so nice? And they are. When you get into the line to cash out, they're smiling, whether they know you or not. And when you speak to the cashier, she is smiling. I mean, really smiling. You know, not one of those smiling with the eyes as well. See? And then there's a boy that makes up this box. And he makes that up and he binds it up so it's easy to carry. If it's too heavy, feel it's too heavy, I'll give him 20 pesos when we get to the truck, and he'll carry it down there very happily, all in good humour. And the whole thing just turns out to be fun. But anyway, there's one person that you have to meet here. No, sit down, please. Come up here. Oh, you cleared your throat? Does that mean you're going to talk? That's that smile I was talking about. So, what do you want to tell us? What would you like everyone to know about you? You can move your shoulders up and down. Is that what you want to?
I don't know.
You don't know. Honey, why? I'm just puzzled. Why is it that when we're not on the camera, all I hear is your voice rattling on about I don't know what, and then if I ask you a question, you go, I don't know. Tell me one thing that you have done today.
What?
Well, not what.
What I don't
Just
hear.
tell me one thing of interest that you have done today. One thing. What have you done? This is going to be good. I was hoping that you would use some words.
I don't know naman ang pag-ihawag na ako.
You don't know what?
Doing the chicken.
Doing the chicken. And what did the chicken need doing to it? Oh, you killed the chicken?
I sold
You held it. Who killed it?
the palma.
What did she do? The neck or the throat? At the throat? Like that? Oh, you're getting very dramatic now. Okay, we've been online too much. Well, we've been on this video too much. I'll probably go ahead and in half or something. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you can possibly share, that would be wonderful. Do you want to say bye, honey? Can you use a word? Find a word.
Bye. Bye.
Okay. Bye.